WWE is about to go to France for this year's Backlash PLE, so let's break down all of the confirmed and potential matches for the card and predict who's going to win. Starting off with what will likely be the main event of the show, it's going to be Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against AJ Styles. And first off, I think this match is going to be great. Both Cody and AJ are two of the best in-ring performers today. The match is going to slap. But in terms of who's winning, let's not kid ourselves, it's Cody Rhodes. There is virtually no chance that WWE is going to take the title off of Cody during his first defense. Although I think they're going to try their hardest on the next few episodes of TV to make us think they will. I'm sure the feud between Cody and AJ will draw on the fact that years ago a young AJ Styles actually wrestled Dusty Rhodes. I'm sure they're going to use that for this story. But again, while I think they're going to make us think that AJ might win, I don't think there's any world where Cody Rhodes doesn't leave Backlash with the championship. Especially not to a pretty ice-cold AJ Styles. I still think he's great, but his heel turn just isn't working for me. So because of that, I don't see the WWE strapping him with the belt. But moving on to the second confirmed match, it's going to be Damien Priest versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight title. And honestly, while I think this match is going to be awesome, I don't see Damien losing the title in his first defense. Although I don't necessarily think it's going to be a clean victory. I highly suspect Drew McIntyre interfering with the match, costing Jey Uso the title. One, he hates Jey Uso, and two, he wants to be the one to beat Damien for the title, since Damien's the one that took it from him. So yeah, final predictions for this match, I think Damien will win, but I think it will be because of interference from Drew. Alright, now we move on into the likely matches for Backlash, of which I think there are three. First off, it's going to be Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus the Kabuki Warriors for the women's tag titles. They've already set this up on TV, so I think it is definitely going to happen. And I also think Bianca and Jade are definitely going to win. After Io's loss to Bayley, I think it's only a matter of time before the Kabuki Warriors lose their titles, because I think Damage Control will just be more interesting without any titles. And also the women's tag team division needs a real shot in the arm, so who better to give the titles to than Bianca and Jade? I think these two would make an excellent tag team. They have a real shot at revitalizing the women's tag team division. Plus, teaming with Bianca Belair will not only be a great learning experience for Jade Cargill, but it will allow the two superstars to build a relationship together, thus laying the foundation for a potential feud down the line. Everyone's been talking about how Bianca versus Jade is a dream match. I, for one, am super happy that it did not happen at WrestleMania 40, because at that point there was really nothing to go off of from a story standpoint. But if you give these two the women's tag team titles, let them have a dominant reign, 6 months down the line you can have Jade turn heel on Bianca, thus setting up a dream match at either SummerSlam, Survivor Series, or even WrestleMania. The next very likely match I think is going to be a triple threat between Bayley, Naomi, and Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's title. They've already set this one up on TV. I think it's bound to happen. And while I don't think there's really any shot for Naomi to win here, I think there is a real chance Tiffany wins. Because I believe by the time we get to WrestleMania 41, Tiffany will either be holding a belt or going after a belt. I just think it's a bit too soon to take the title off of Bayley, given that she just won it in a huge feel-good moment at WrestleMania. I think Bayley's going to come out on top. And the last likely match is going to be Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable for the Intercontinental title. Chad Gable just turned heel. The rumor is he's going to be forming his own heel faction with the Creed brothers. Honestly, I think the stars are all aligning for him to take the IC title off of Sami, assuming this match does happen at Backlash. Sami beat him in the gauntlet match. Sami got the big WrestleMania moment where he dethroned Gunther, and he even got a victory over Chad during the Montreal show. I think that's been a long string of good moments for Sami Zayn, and I think it's finally going to end. I think Chad Gable will dethrone Sami and then go on a huge heel run, because at the end of the day, I don't think Sami needs to hold the IC title. So while I think this is going to be a pretty quick title change, I think it's the right call. So if this match happens, Chad Gable for the win. So those 5 matches I think will definitely be on the card. But I also see potential for 1 or 2 more matches. One of them them I could see being for the tag team titles. Let's say it's Austin Theory and Grayson Waller versus the Street Profits or the New Catch Republic. And whatever the match is, I don't see Grayson and Austin losing because I think WWE is really high on these guys and I think they see them as really strong heel champions. And the last match I think might be on the Backlash card will be for the Women's World title, which at the time of recording is vacant, although by the time this video is uploaded, Liv Morgan will probably have it. Because I firmly believe if Rhea hadn't gotten injured, the match at Backlash would have been her versus Liv. So it stands to reason that WWE is still planning to have Liv Morgan on the card. And maybe she was supposed to beat Rhea then anyway, which is why they had Rhea vacate it. So my prediction is Liv Morgan will win the Battle Royal, she will be the new Women's World Champion, and I think she'll have a title defense against another marquee name, whether that be Becky Lynch or Nia Jax. Whoever it is, I think Liv is going to come out on top. I think they are going to use Rhea's injury as well as crowning Liv the new champion as this way to give her a mega push to stardom. She had a title reign a couple years ago as a babyface, but it didn't go well, so I think her having a run with the title as a heel will be a lot better. So yeah, those are my final fantasy booking predictions for Backlash. Final thoughts, I think everyone is pretty much going to retain except for the women's tag team champions and Sami Zayn with the IC title. I mean, we have to be realistic. It's the first PLE after WrestleMania. Obviously, they're not going to just change all of the titles. But okay, those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited for Backlash or do you feel like it's just a filler PLE? Bye-bye.